card, Burke Hamelton. Welcome, Burke.
Thanks, Mayor. Burke Hamelton, 205 Star Pine Court. About 40 years ago, I started to teach here in Azusa, and I taught in this classroom where we tried very hard to open the window and get air coming in. It didn't come. We shut the window, tried to keep the hot air out. A board member, Eunice Harrington, made a statement one day in a board meeting and said, you know, I'm going to see that every classroom in this school district has air conditioning. People used to look at it and thought that was unheard of, was going to be impossible to happen. A little bond was passed. She got air conditioning in all of our classrooms here in Azusa. We have had a bond, and that bond was paid off. We had another bond in 2002 that's been alluded to here quite a bit. People have said that $40 million has been expounded with. Let me just ask the citizens of our great city, if there were $40 million that was unaccounted for, don't you think someone would be in jail or some lawsuit would have been come up by now? We in Azusa are paying paying $34 per $100,000 to pay off the previous 2002 bond. We're now asking $60 per $100,000 to bring it a total of $90 per $100,000 assessed valuation on our schools. I had the privilege of working 10 years in the city of Baldwin Park. They presently are paying $160 per $100,000. Go look at what they've done in Baldwin Park and see their facilities. I know, as Mr. Morales and other people have said, that $95 million, $100 million is not going to answer all of the questions and all of the needs of the Azusa Unified School District. The original bond of 2002 did not meet those needs. I would love to have seen all of the schools be touched. Do you think, as Mrs. Cruz Gonzalez has just said, that we should send our children to Dalton School and not have them have a facility very similar to Hodge School? My grandchildren are going to go to Slauson School. They're in Slauson School. Do you think they should not have the same kind of science labs that we have at Foothill School? My children all went to Azusa High School, and they had the opportunity of participating there. They didn't have some of the things that I hope that they can have. I hope that when children grow up and they're in 4th grade or in 5th grade, they're going to say, someday I'm going to attend Azusa High School, or someday I'm going to attend Gladstone High School, and I'm looking forward to that. And I hope that when I'm there, I'm going to be successful, I'm going to be prepared to go to college, and I'm going to be able to do the things that my parents want me to do, that the leaders in my community want me to do, because I went to a place where people had pride. And if you go and look at the schools, I happen to work now in Arcadia, and when I go to Arcadia, I see them spending $14 million on an art facility. I wish our children had an art facility. We're not going to get those kind of things, but we have to make equal rights for children and for our people that come. When we see the things that are happening here, we know that we're on the move upwards. People are going to always say things like, we wish we had this or we need to have that. But you watch the children of Azusa. When I go to Golden Days and those kids come through and buy their tickets, I love that spark that's in their eye. That's coming by their family. That's coming by their teachers that are teaching here in Azusa. We have some of the greatest teachers that are here in this state of California teaching in Azusa. And it's our responsibility as a school board and our responsibility as a community to provide these students and teachers facilities that they can be the #1 place that we need to be. And I hope that tomorrow that we look, and I hope that most of us that have voted previously, as I'm sure Mr. Lee has voted and other people in our great community have voted, that we will look at the importance of making sure that there is funding for schools. It is not going to pay for teachers, as someone has said. And I believe realtors should be behind this, as I believe all leaders of our community should be behind this, because I believe if we don't keep our schools up, to the level of surrounding communities, we're always going to be a little bit less. And Azusa does not deserve to be less. Thank you.
Thank you, Burke.